Something has happened. I'm hearing my own voice. Okay. So, well, can you guys hear only one voice, or are you? I'm going to stop the Facebook live and start it.
Hi, good morning, Nithya.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. So, how is everyone today? Hope everyone is fine. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, poison. Today we will talk about being a contribution. So, what does it mean, being a contribution? Anyone wants to answer that?
Allowance.
Allowance?
Helping others without any motive.
Yes, helping others without any motive. Okay, anyone else?
No expectations. No expectations.
Yeah. So you're contributing when you breathe. When you breathe, someone else, the trees are using your carbon dioxide. So you're always a contribution, whether you know it or not, whether you do anything or not, as long as you're alive. And we call this poster, did you guys see the poster for today? There was a bee on it and we said BEEING. Yeah. So when we look at the way bees function, they're very clear as to what to do. What is their job? Their job is to. Sorry, I'm going to please keep yourself on mute if you're not talking. So what do bees do? So I hope the echo is gone now. Can you guys hear me clearly?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what do bees do? They have jobs and they're very clear on what they should do. Some of them will collect honey, some of them will take care of the hive, and there's one queen bee, and they're all looking for how we can help the queen and make honey for the queen. So they're working towards, they're doing a lot of teamwork towards something greater than them. So what if you can pull along everyone with you? And it's not only about yourself, that is contribution. Look at the bees, they all work for the queen bee without expecting anything in return. So they're clear on what they're contributing and they focus on that. They work together as a team. They don't fight with each other and they're working for something greater.
Possible.
Would you all like to be that? And what's the other trick? Here, what does the bee teach us? How to celebrate all the work you do and your life. They don't really say that this is my work, I have to do this for the other person, I'm working for the queen.
Unity.
Everything they do. Okay, guys, please.
Basically, a lot of unity.
Yeah, unity.
Yeah.
And they're very clear in what they're doing and they're working for something greater. So what if you can work together in alignment with others, create something greater? So what can you be or do different to be the contribution that enables you and your team to work towards oneness and consciousness and everything that is for you to know, be, perceive, and receive that? Will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, poison, beyonds. And when all the bees work together, the honey is really sweet, is it not? Best tasting substance in the whole world. And the honey is also, it's not only for the bees, they allow humans to take it. God knows why, but they still allow us to also taste the honey, right? So what can I be or do different to work with my team in such a way to create something greater and sweeter for everyone else in the world? Everything that does not allow me to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, poison, and beyonds. And every moment that the bee goes and collects nectar, builds the beehive, builds the honeycombs, work together, they celebrate they celebrate, and they enjoy being together. So what would it be for me to celebrate every moment of my life and my work and make choices that will lead me to something great? Everything that is for you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, thoughts, poison. What can I be or do different to be able to celebrate every moment in my life, whether it's work or play, to always create something greater? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Hey, Shilpa, I have made you co-host, so please allow people to enter if possible. By the way, Shilpa made the poster, the whole being contribution. Thank you so much, Shilpa.
Nithya.
Right,
Thank
wrong,
you.
pock, all nine shots, boys and you. So I think Anupama was helping me a lot, but since Shilpa is here, I will clean it to Shilpa. Okay?
Okay, Nithya.
How does it get even better than that? So what can we be or do different to be the contribution that we were truly meant to be? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Contribution means giving and receiving. Let me take that back. Gifting and receiving at the same time. So let's take a bee. I love animals, so I'll be talking a lot about animals. I hope you guys don't mind. If you mind it also, I'm going to still talk about animals. So that's a different story. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots. Okay, let's go back to the bee. What does it do? It goes and collects nectar from the flower, right? The nectar from the flower is what it uses to make the honey. So it seems like the bee is taking nectar from the flower. So it seems like the bee is actually taking something and not contributing. But that is not true. Because when the bee from this flower, it doesn't take only the nectar, it takes a few pollens. It takes something more with it. And then it goes to the next flower. And when it takes nectar from the next flower, it is actually giving the pollen to the next flower. So the flowers can become fruits. The flowers can grow. It will drop the seeds of the flowers here and there. So it will help the whole species of the flowers to thrive. So that is gifting and receiving. It is not only receiving the nectar, it is giving back something more effortlessly. And why is the flower so happy when the bees come to it? Because the flowers are not, my species is going to thrive. We will continue to grow. And then it uses that to create the honey for its queen. Actually, the honey is meant for the queen bee, not for us, but we kind of take it. So that's a different story. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. But they make more. Even if you take the honey, what happens? So whatever contribution you've done, what you learn from the bee is how much ever they create the honey, how much ever we harvest and take the honey, the bees will recreate the honeycomb. They will go back to serve the queen. They will continue their work. So whatever anyone takes from you, you don't reduce. How does that sound? What do we do? This person took this from me, they didn't return it. This person betrayed me. How dare they did that? Oh no, I've given so much, I'm not getting anything in return. So everything that brought up and let down for you, will you now destroy and uncreate? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and peons. Isn't that what we think? But would an infinite being ever reduce or lessen by gifting or even giving? No. So that's the contribution. I gift with zero expectations. I gift with zero expectations, just like the bees do. And if someone takes anything from me, I don't reduce because I can recreate it. I have the power to recreate it. I don't even focus or worry about, because the bee will go and remake the honey. It doesn't think if I make it again the humans will steal it. So what is the point of making it? They don't. They just go again. They celebrate. They work with the flowers. So someone had written like the bees is the most important species in the planet, not actually us. If the bees are not there, it will actually, it can cause all the flower species to go away. If all the flowers go away, then butterflies go away. If butterflies go away, anyway, you know the cycle, right? So bees are one of the most important species. Why? Because they're willing to celebrate, do their work, focus only on what makes sense to them. So whatever you've been doing, to focus on things that do not contribute to you or allow you to thrive, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Everywhere you believe that when you give, you will lose something. So you've decided that you don't have to give anymore. But in turn, you allow everyone to take from you, which is even harder than just gifting. Everything that is times a godzillion. Will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Yes, bees are being, they're not doing. They're being themselves. So that's the other beautiful thing you can learn from animals. They know how to be themselves. None of them try to be something else. So what invention are you using to reduce and lessen the contribution that you truly can be by not being yourself? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Now I'm going to try to go live on Facebook and see if I can mute that. Just give me a second, because this is like really good. So what generative energy, space, consciousness, and choice can you be to truly choose to be the contribution that you're meant to be? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. And do you have the power to contribute? Yes. Yeah, I got it. Yes, it's on Facebook Live. And I can't hear myself. Amazing. How does it get better than that? What else is possible? I was asking what else is possible. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. I think they changed something on Facebook Live. That's the first time I'm parallelly seeing both. So anyway, so we have to change with times. So do the bees change with times? Yes. If they don't find flowers here, they move someplace else. Have you seen bees build hives in buildings? So what do you learn? You have to change with times. There are not enough trees now, but pot and pock, that will change. What can we be so that there are so many more trees? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. And if the trees are not there, then they find different places to go and build their hives. Because they change with times. They go find different flowers. They are willing to fly more if required to get what they desire. Are we willing to do that? Are we changing with times? Yes, we are. We think we're not, but all of you, I'm sure something would have changed. So what can we be or do different? To change with ease along with times, to continue to focus on creating something greater with our team. And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. And they're very gentle bees, but if they sting you, you're gone, right? They do have weapons to take care of themselves. So everywhere, all of you have decided that you cannot take care of yourself. Will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So what can you be or do different to be so contributive and to engage your team in such a way that you create something sweeter and greater for you and everyone else? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So the bee is always contributing to the hive, to the greater good, but it's also taking care of itself. It's not that the bee is unhealthy or hungry or malnourished and then contributing to something greater, right? It's taking care of itself too. So how would you like to take care of yourself first also? So everything that brought up and let down for you, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So everywhere I've decided that by giving or gifting, I will lose myself or I will reduce. Will you now revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, reclaim, resigned, destroy, and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Everywhere, that I have decided that by gifting or giving, I will reduce. Will you now revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, reclaim, resign, destroy, and uncreate all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and girls. So if you look at yourself like bees on the earth, for the earth, we are like the size of the bees. Maybe for the bees, we are bigger, but for the earth, maybe we're even smaller than the bees. If you look at yourself, your whole hive is Mother Earth. And all of us are contributing and receiving at the same time. The bee also receives a lot from its own hive. We're also receiving from Mother Earth. So if we look at it that way, all of us are bees of the same hive. Would we have to fight with each other? Is there a need for separation? Is there a need for saying that person got more and I got less? Is there a need for comparison? So wouldn't we like to live like that? All of us work together with joy and celebration to enable the earth to thrive. And what is the biggest gift that you can give to the planet? Your laughter, your joy and your laughter. That is the greatest contribution you can be. Your breathing is also a contribution. It's not that you don't contribute. At every point you do contribute. But the greatest contribution you can be is your laughter. So are you willing to gift that to the earth who's giving you so much? So everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Everything that does not allow you to be extremely happy, joyous, and celebrate the gift of life that you've been gifted with and receive it with ease, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So what can you be to be so creative, to create something as sweet as nectar that can help you and everyone else? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay. So what invention have you used to keep on to all the hurt when you gave someone, and to hold on to the hurt when someone took something from you? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What can you be or do different to recreate with ease what you require? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay. Any questions so far? No? Okay. So what can we be or do different to acknowledge the greatness that we are and to contribute in such a way that I receive more? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So when you receive the gratitude, the earth is actually grateful for us. Do you guys know why? Anyone knows why? No? Okay. How much stupidity are we doing? The earth still didn't throw us off. So obviously she's grateful for us. Otherwise she would have thrown us off by now. Right, wrong, good, bad, for, all nine shots, boys and girls. And what will it take for her to throw us off? One flood is enough. Or one meteorite from somewhere. That's enough. It doesn't take a lot. So everything that brought up and let down for you, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and girls. So obviously she does like us. She is kind to us. She's grateful for you. She still thinks you guys are a contribution. So everything that brought up and let down for you, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and girls. So, but why would we not acknowledge the contribution that we are? So I'm not looking for you guys to answer that, because why is not a question. It just goes into a loop. It's a judgment. So everywhere you've decided that you are not a contribution, even though Mother Earth looks at you that way. Will you now revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, reclaim, resign, destroy, and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. You wonder, right? Because Earth is so powerful. She's so powerful. She can get rid of all of us in a second. That's all it takes. But she is still kind to us. She's giving us, because she does want. She's our mother, right? She does want all of us to thrive. But not only humans. What the Earth would desire is all the species to thrive, because all species are creations of Earth. So what would it be like if we have the power to question and change things? So what if we could use that? Why? Because there's anything in your life that you have, can it beat the fresh air that you breathe? Are you guys feeling after the virus like, I'll be so happy if I don't have to wear the mask? Rather than all the money I make, if I can go out without a mask, wouldn't that be lovely? So everything that brought up and let down for you, will you now destroy and uncreate? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Can anything beat the freshness and beauty of nature, the air? When you go to a forest and you walk there, it's not that only your nose breathes, your whole body breathes, your skin comes alive. You feel really good. When you walk barefoot on the ground, that feeling is something else. So nature gives us amazing gifts. Are we willing to receive them and contribute back? And the only contribution, the greatest contribution, is just your laughter. Earth is not asking you to give back a lot, right? So everything that brought up and let down for you, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So what contribution can I be today to receive so much from nature and enable nature to thrive? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Everywhere I'm stuck in the story of someone betrayed me and I've given a lot and I've not received in return. Will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So when you feel betrayed or upset that you've given a lot, you are receiving. You're receiving judgment, you're receiving something lesser, you're receiving hurt. But wouldn't you like to receive something greater? So an infinite being will never, ever produce by giving anyone anything or gifting anyone anything. And when you give a gift to a particular person, it's not true that they are going to repay you back. It's not true that's where expectations come and reduce your gifting and receiving, because you're like, I gave this person A, so they have to give me back at least the same thing, or little, or even gratitude. How many of us expect gratitude from others? But why would I have to even expect that from others when the whole earth is giving me? Wouldn't it be easier to receive from the universe? And the more I gift, the more the universe will enable me to receive. It will not come from the same person most of the time. Sometimes it can. There are a few amazing people. But even if it doesn't, would I not get it from somewhere else? So why would I hold on to this person has betrayed me, this person has done this, I want this person to return it, when there's a whole universe willing to give you stuff? So everything that brought up and let down for you, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So let's look at the trees now. From bees, we move on to trees. Again, most important species on the earth, bees and trees. So the trees give fruits. It doesn't care who's taking the fruit, who's plucking it, whether it's a human or a bird or whoever, it's available for everyone. And whoever plucks the fruits, the trees create more. What is the tree receiving? It's gifting. It is gifting so many things. The trees are homes to so many species. But at the same time, it receives so much water from earth. It receives from the rains. It receives a lot from the winds. It gets the pollen from there. It allows the birds to come and pollinate it. So many things. The tree is also receiving, but from different people. It's giving to one set, it's receiving in a different way. But the tree keeps on thriving. Even if you cut a branch, it keeps growing. It's not going to hold on to someone cut me, someone has taken a part of me, I cannot grow anymore. It keeps growing because it knows how to keep on receiving and gifting. So that's the trick. You gift with no expectations, be the contribution you are, and you will receive even much more from different ways. So everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive, that will you now destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. And to receive, the trick is to know how to be joyous and celebrate. So the bees, when they're working, they celebrate what they do. They're happy. The trees are celebrating. They're not worrying or thinking or doing anything that we do. So everything that brought up and let down for you, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. So are you guys willing to be the contribution?
Yes.
Right, wrong, bad, pot, pock, all beyonds. Are you guys willing to laugh more? So everything that does not allow you to laugh, to truly laugh much more than what you've done before, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. Whatever invention are you using and choosing to not be the gift of laughter that you can truly be, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. Okay, someone. Okay. Someone is asking, what statement can I recite so I can become pregnant and deliver a healthy child? So what would it be like for me to conceive and give birth to a healthy child with ease? Everything that does not allow me to know, be, perceive, and receive, that I now destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts. This is only for people who are looking to be pregnant, not for everyone. Pot and pock. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. Definitely not for everyone. Okay. So any questions? Okay, that is amazing. Either everyone likes what I'm saying and would like me to continue talking, no questions, or no one understood anything. So everything that brought up and led on, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds.
So
Raj, you can
basically,
use the same clearing.
everybody's quiet because this conversation is actually challenging the way we are brought up.
Yeah.
People who do
Yes, true.
not compete or fight. And I remember when I was a kid, my mom used to say, "Didn't you see that guy did this to you? Why did you go out and play with him? You should boycott him." Competitiveness and all of that we are taught while we are growing up and even around us to survive, to grow in an organization. There are very few people who will say that work with your team to create something beautiful and magical. They will say, "You're stupid. You should take credit and you should move forward. Otherwise, others will kick you and move forward." And it's this continuous competition in which we live. And even if you let go of all those point of views, there is always an explicit or implicit, and that one rocked my world when you said that you expect at least gratitude from people. Why do you even expect that?
Yeah, why?
So, yeah. So I think that's why everybody's like of processing it. That's my point of view. I mean,
Thank
I
you,
was
Reena.
quiet.
Thank you.
Nithya, I have a question.
Yes, Shilpa.
See, when you are in a creative project or when you are creating, sometimes we hit something like a writer's block or a creative block. So while contributing, like you run out of ideas or something. So anything for that to get back.
You always move forward. You don't get back to anything.
Okay. Okay, how do I move forward? Move
How do you
faster,
move forward faster? Did you decide you have a block and you can't move? Or did you judge your creativity?
Yeah, actually, the thing is, I created something, and the client was not happy. The more judgment I got, like I just couldn't present new ideas. Like
Okay.
we are just still stuck in that.
Why is judgment true for you? Why would you allow your life to be run by judgment? So everything that brought up for you, will you destroy and uncreate it?
Yes, 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 yes. So what can I be to move forward with ease? And what can I be not be affected by all these judgments or buy into these judgments?
Okay, did you decide your creativity is wrong based on someone else's judgment?
It not exactly wrong. I just felt helpless that I could not translate his ideas into. Usually, I was able to, and initially when I did a good job, he's like, "Wow, you're so good! You did. I loved it and all that." And suddenly we hit this, and it's like, "Oh my God, I'm not able to do this anymore."
So here's the thing, right? We are all thinking that appreciation, which is also a judgment, is good for us. And then the criticism, which is also a judgment, is bad for us.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
what if you're an interesting point of view? And listen to them. If what they say makes sense, take it and change. Feedback. If it doesn't make sense, take it in 1 year, leave it in the other year, move on. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine trust, poisons. And no one's creativity can be judged by the other person. Your creativity is so unique to you. So the problem comes when comparison or when you
Yeah,
okay.
it got compared to my previous work. This one didn't turn out like my it didn't have that awe factor like the first few ones. So okay, I'll be an interesting point of
So
view.
what can I be to redo that? To make it easy?
Okay.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock. But if you go down saying that I don't feel good, can you create?
No.
You will destroy. When you don't feel good, you're not creating.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
would an infinite being allow their life to be run by judgments or choose to go beyond judgments?
I choose to go beyond judgments, mine and others.
And it's okay if your client says, I want to change in this, go ahead and change it. What you can tell them is if you ask five changes, I will charge much more. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, Nida. Thank you.
Thank you. And it's good not to compare because I do some drawings. Definitely not to be compared with anyone else who draws, right? Wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. Okay. So everywhere, yeah, Poonam, 1 second. Everywhere you're allowing judgments to run your life, judgments of you and judgments of others to stop your creativity. Will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So even the bees, we can't say that all the nectar it takes from all the flowers are equal taste or equally good. There might be some flowers that are not tasty. So when the bee finds something is not good, it moves on. So that's all we have to do, Shilpa. Okay, Poonam, yes.
Hi Nithya.
Hello.
I'm having fever 99.23 and body बहुत ज़्यादा है. I'm doing the clearing of that COVID वाला और जो भी कर सकती हूँ वो कर रही हूँ. But अभी मैं कॉल पे इसीलिए हूँ कि थोड़ा एनर्जी और आप कुछ क्लियरिंग करा दे प्लीज.
Okay, so everywhere I've been so unkind to my body and I'm not listening to my body and I'm still judging my body to be sick. Will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. What energetic contribution can I receive from Mother Earth to heal my body magically, miraculously, and instantaneously? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. If you're going to keep saying I'm tired, I have fever, it will become more. So I'm healthy. I'm grateful that my body is this healthy. I'm grateful that I'm alive. I'm grateful that I'm able to function. Let's focus our energy there.
Thank you so much.
So this is what I was getting awareness of. This is a body. Your body is made up of so many cells, right? So many cells, millions and millions. So what if all of them are competing and fighting with each other? How would you be? You have diseases, autoimmune diseases, this disease, that disease. I can't do this, I can't do that. So the earth is like your body, and all of us are like cells of the earth. What are we doing if all of us keep competing and fighting and with each other? Shouldn't we all be functioning as one unit, all of us so happy, doing what we like happily? So everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and girls. And we are one unit because we're all connected by the air. If the virus is in the air, it's affecting everyone. If there's freshness in the air, it's good for everyone. So in one way, we're all one unit. So everything that brought up and let down for you, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. I would like to heal my knees and get back to dancing. So what would it be like for my body to be extremely healthy? Everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Trishal, you can use the same clearing I gave for Poonam like some 5 minutes back. You can listen to the recording and keep playing that clearing.
Nithya, can I ask you?
Yes.
Yeah, last time somebody asked me bars, and then when I gave, his point of view was that if you touch me or if you give me run my bars, you will get affected. And then I put my barriers down, and then I pock and pot and all that. I did the clearing, and then at whatever his point of view, it really happens that I was sick for 2 days, for 3 days, like that. It is how to clear it out if before touching a client, to clear it, or okay, this point of view or will not affect
No,
me.
what you did is you bought his point of view. You bought his point of view and you made it true for you. So when he said that, we should have been, and not saying, we should have been an interesting point of view. Interesting point of view, he has this point of view. Interesting point of view, he has this point of view. It's not about saying a clearing. You have to be the clearing. Then it would work. So can an infinite being be affected by touching someone else? Then how would you? The only reason you would be is because you bought his point of view. You would have like, either you aligned or agreed, or you resisted and reacted. If you said, maybe that could happen, it would happen 100%. Or if you said, this guy is so foolish, definitely it won't happen. I won't be affected by that. Guess what? It'll happen. Right, wrong, good, bad, bad, for all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So the minute they said it, interesting point of view, they have this point of view. Interesting point of view, they have this point of view. And what is buzz? You're gifting something to someone. Can you reduce or get affected by gifting? You can if you have a point of view. If you really are contributing and don't have a point of view, it will not affect you. Right? So allowance is the key, and be aware. If I do have a point of view that when I gift something will happen, clear the point of view and then you do the gifting. You don't have to like be harsh on yourself, or it's a choice. It's not that you have to like mandatorily gift. It's definitely not that. It's just a choice. So if you're aware, sometimes I'm aware that I have this point of view. I don't do anything until I overcome that point of view. Anything that will trigger that point of view. Everything that is times a godzillion, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Since it is more in the air, what all energy shall we give to ourselves all the time, since we are working in that scenario? I do not get what you're asking, Pratibha. But with how much fun can I work? How much can I celebrate everything that I have today so that I can outcreate whatever is happening in the world? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. What can I be? To be so contributive to the earth, to enable all of us to create something sweeter and greater. And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. All the underlying points of view that I have about gifting or giving that is not allowing me to be the contribution that I can be, and in turn stops me from receiving as much as I can. Everything that is times a godzillion, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, any more questions?
No, ma'am. Thank you. Cleared all.
You don't have to call me ma'am. You can call me Nithya. No problems there. Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc. The idea is for me to grow younger. So the more people call me by my name, I think it's better. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, Trishal?
So recently I've just been struggling with a lot of fatalistic thinking. I think mainly it has to do with, being locked inside my house so much. So there used to be a point of, like, just an example. When I was working in my old office, there were a lot of smokers. So I also got into smoking, and there used to be a lot of passive smoke that was inhaled. Now, for some reason, I'm noticing, the ill effects of that on my health. Like, I've seen that my teeth have been stained and so on, and I've quit. It's been long since I quit. But like, I just have this fatal thought that I might get cancer, or I keep getting fatal thoughts like this when I'm driving. Like, I feel like I don't deserve to live. So I keep hyper imagining scenarios where my death will occur. So I want to stop that. What do I do as soon as I get a thought like that? Like, I panic, I try to cancel it. I don't know what to do with it.
Interesting point of view. I have this point of view. And this is the perfect time, Trishal. If you say I don't want to live, it's the perfect time to die. That's what's happening in the outside.
Yeah.
So is that what you truly want?
No.
No. So interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view.
Okay.
Yeah. It's your mind, people. Can you not control your own mind?
It sometimes feels like that, Nithya.
No, that would an infinite being give up control to their mind?
No.
No. So what do you love about being trapped in your own stories? Everything that is times a godzillion will you destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, poc, all 9 shots, boys and girls. If you stop getting trapped in your mind, what will happen? You have to become happier, which is what most people don't want. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, poc, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Okay. So let's be grateful for this moment. As long as we're alive, we have so much to be grateful for. If you have enough food for today, don't you have so much to be grateful for? If you live that way, tomorrow becomes greater. But if you're already worrying about this or that and that and this, then you will face those consequences tomorrow. What you think today is the seed for your future. And it's up to you as to what you would like to plant. And the more gratitude you plant, the more things become better.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would like to express my gratitude towards you and towards everyone in this call. Okay, and to each and every molecule in this universe. And it's so beautiful. I wait for Monday mornings. I wait for your call, and I just look forward for your calls. It's so amazing, and this entire day gets charged up. Okay, I mean, and it's that energy is very amazing. It's very beautiful, and thank you so much for this call. Thank you
so much. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for all the laughter. Because I do make a lot of jokes in the call, but not everyone laughs. So everything that brought up and let down will you now destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So the idea is the more happier we are, life becomes better. And in the end, we're looking for a better life for what? To be more happier. So that's the thing. I'm not satisfied with the current life. I would like a lot of things to be different and better because I would like to get happy. But
And
you're
like,
actually sad. Yeah.
about the bees and all, I mean, that's such a different point of view. Actually, that's such a different, uh, very different thing. Okay, which I have never seen. Okay, I haven't seen that side. Okay, that thing. Okay, and thank you for bringing that up.
Thank you. Like I said, I love animals. And if I talk about animals, I can like keep on talking. With bad pop, all 9 shots, boys and girls. Can you elaborate on how do I use this to my advantage? It's a question. For example, someone is going and bad mouthing about you. What do you think? How dare they betray me? How did they do this after I did so much for them? But if you say, how do I use this for my advantage? You're becoming notorious. Notorious is another shade of famous. So you can like, wow, I'm becoming famous. So many people are talking about me. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and girls. And if they go tell everyone this person is crazy, how do I use it to my advantage? Maybe that person will think, let me go meet the crazy person because I'm also crazy. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So that's a question to change a situation in your favor. But again, if you are one unit and infinite, do you really need anything to your advantage? Isn't everything already in your advantage? Another way to think about it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Thank you, Shilpa. She's posting the YouTube channel. Please do subscribe and like. So what contribution can I choose to be from today that I know that I can truly be, so that I receive the infinite receiving that I was meant to receive with ease. And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. All the trifold sequencing systems of gifting and giving that I'm holding on to, that have made me decide that any sort of contribution I be and do might backfire on me, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. What can I be or do different?
Nithya,
Yes.
the mom said animals, my younger daughter, she, whatever you ask her, like what can bring more fun to you, she says animals. What is it that will make you very happy? I'm going to be a pet rescuer. Mama, let us have few. We already have one at home because she was the one. We are very happy, but I desire that, whatever she wishes for, let her be that way without changing it into anything. So what will help me to support her so that she will do whatever she wants and however she wants to be?
Does an infinite being need support from anyone else?
Okay. Fine.
Okay, so just trust her. She can be what she can be.
Yes. I don't want to be a hindrance also, like, I don't want to say that this. So I'm always like, yes, you can become whatever you want to be. Just keep saying it and you will be what you want to be. I just support her that ways. But otherwise, she wants 2 more dogs. Like at this moment, I know I am not ready for it. But then I feel that as a mother, if I do not support her or if I don't fulfill her desires, then, who else will support? So there is a little confusion for me at this moment that, how do I say something to her? Because whatever you ask her, anything, any part of the day or any part, like anything related only to animals, and that's it. So sometimes some people are like, why are you talking? So it's not like that about people, but for me also sometimes I say, how many can we have? No, we can't have. I say that sometimes. I don't want to say that also. So what will help me to, allow her to be what she wants to be?
Okay, let's take a plant. When a plant is growing, the seed becomes a plant. You can pour water, you can provide sunlight, you can put it in the right place. But can you grow the seed? Or does it have to grow by itself?
Yeah, it has to grow by itself.
What nurturing energy can I be to my daughter and allow her to choose for herself? And we have to be practical. Just because you love dogs, you can't have 20 dogs in the house. And what am I creating if I want to rescue 20 dogs? They have to be 20 sad dogs somewhere. So it is not wrong to say no. What will this choice create for me? And see, if we give children everything they ask, they're going to grow up to be like, everything will happen the way I want it. Life doesn't work that way, does it? And then that's when there are a lot of grown-ups who are children, because they've been brought up, the parents have done everything for them, and then you go to your first job, someone tells you do a bad job, you can't handle it. So let us teach them the tools, be an interesting point of view, ask questions. So ask, what is the best way I can contribute to the dogs and animals? And the best for them is, like even dogs, I don't know why they liked humans, different story. But the best for every animal is for it to be free and live where it's meant to live, not with us. And again, what is the energy I'm putting in? I want to rescue animals. Shouldn't they be harmed and hurt if you want to rescue them? So what would it be like for all the animals to thrive? Everything that does not allow that, I now destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC. This is when you take your love to a different extent, right? I love animals. So if you give me a giraffe, I would really love to hug it and keep it in my house and all, but it can't fit in my house. That's not what the giraffe wants. So what does the animal really want?
Thank you.
Right,
Thank
wrong,
you
good,
very
bad,
much.
POD, POC, all that.
Thanks a lot.
And I've tried, like I was like, I'll take a squirrel and grow it in my house and all, until my mom said, my mom, like that day, she never hits me. That was the first time she ever hit me, and she said, you will not grow a squirrel by yourself. I said, okay, fine. And then we let it back to the tree. That one was more happier on the tree, because we think that if we take them and keep them and hold them and all, we're doing good for them. But what does the animal really?
So, Nithya, I have a question here.
Yes, yes.
So what is the energy then when we say the pets choose their families and they choose to be with us? So what is that energy like? Like with dogs, most of the dogs choose to be with their families they have chosen to be.
I think dogs kind of evolved, and they do like humans. But even then, if you take a street dog and it has a lot of food and it's happy to roam around, would it like that, or would it like to be tied around?
Yeah, that. Yeah.
So I think we kind of just took dogs for granted and kept them with us, and because they are loyal at heart, those animals are loyal in heart, and you've taken the pups. You've not taken a wild dog. Can you take a wolf and like make it like you and stay in your house?
Yeah, that too.
You catch them when they are young, and then you have trained them to be different. The pups can be trained, the dogs can't. So we've taken a lot of pups, and then we're growing them with us, and then we're getting more pups and training them. So that's the reason why they kind of are with us. But that's how the world is today, and the animals are also making the best of how do I thrive with all the human world. They also are looking for, what's it, Darwin's theory, survival of the fittest. So they've kind of evolved to be with us. That's my take.
Yep, I get that too. Yeah.
So it's okay. I think as long as you keep the dog happy, it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. So sometimes even I get that, like what you're talking is like most of the animals, they like to be the free wherever they are.
Exactly. Don't you like to be free? Would you like someone to keep calling you, I'll pet you, stay here, I'll tie you like
yeah. Thank you for this total discussion today about animals. It's been such a beautiful contribution as always. Thank you, Nithya.
Thank you, yeah. I can talk about animals for hours and hours and hours. Just love those things. Most beautiful things ever. Even plants, and then the oceans. Anyway, nature. Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC. All nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay. So any last questions? Okay, no, on that note, I think all of us will go back, contribute, get back to celebrating, moving forward to celebrating. Everything that brought up and led down, I now destroy, not create it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, thought, pork, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, guys, see you next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Nithya. Bye-bye. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.